Hi everyone. So velocity is often seen as the key measure of a team's performance. This video we're going to break down why velocity is a useless measure and what you could be doing instead. So what is velocity? Velocity is a measure of the how much work a team completes in a sprint, and that is based on the story points that you give to each task. So the team knows how velocity is calculated. They know that the more story points they get through within a sprint, the faster their velocity can be. And that opens up the table for gaming the system. The team could start to choose more easy to complete tickets in order to complete more tickets within a sprint, and so hit the higher velocities and without actually producing anything meaningful for the organization. And then because velocity is based on story points, is how you assign those story points that matters. Now, one team might assign 10 story points to a task, and another team might assign 2 points to the same task. So comparing between teams is immediately out of question because it doesn't make any sense. And oftentimes you spend so long trying to think about the number of story points and agree on the story points that actually it would have made more sense just to spend that time working on the task itself. Velocity as a metric, it's one of those metrics that there's always a feeling that you want to increase it. So my velocity is increased by 5 points this sprint. My velocity is increased by 3 points this sprint. Oh no, my velocity is decreased by 2 points. You're always on the lookout on how to improve your velocity. What are you doing to improve your velocity? Well, how can you improve the team's velocity more? The focus is on velocity. And I'm not saying that you can't improve your team's performance or efficiency, but I'm just saying that using velocity as a metric is not the best way forward. And I'll introduce the best way forward later on in this video. And finally, what we're trying to do is create something of impact for the organization, and that's our ideal. What velocity does is it's all about quantity. It's all about creating the most items, whether they're impactful or not, for the organization. It's about getting through as much items as possible. And again, that's the wrong target. That's the wrong focus for your team. So what are the alternatives? Well, lead time and cycle time. Lead time is the time it takes from something which is becoming an idea to becoming delivered. And cycle time measures from the start of the board until the end of the board. And that'll give you a good indicator of how fast you're getting through items. So if your cycle time is 10 days, then you can reflect on that, and then you can have a look at, compare it to other tickets within your team. Has the cycle times for those tickets larger or less? And there's lots of interesting work that you can do with cycle time that I've made another video on that you can have a look at. Other metrics like work in progress help you understand the amount of work that the team is taking on. Flow efficiency gives you an insight into any bottlenecks, which again will help reduce some of those other metrics like cycle time. Apart from these sort of very quantitative measures, there's other things that can also tell you how well a team is working. And one of those things is team health. So what I do on a monthly basis is send out a team health survey. I have a look at 4 simple questions, and they're RAG rated red, green, amber. And every month the team answers these 4 questions based on how they're feeling about their work, how they're feeling as a team, etc., etc. And that's a really good indicator of how the team is progressing, because a happy team is going to be more efficient over the long term. Obviously, you can stress a team out for a short amount of time and they might be unhappy, but they'll get the work done, but that is not sustainable and not recommended. So a happy team gets the work done continuously for a long amount of time, and team health can reflect that, and that'll show in the work that they produce. All right, so that is why you shouldn't use velocity and the other metrics you should use instead. I'd be really interested to hear the kind of metrics that you use, and maybe use velocity and use successfully. Again, comment below and let me know. Be sure to press subscribe and like. See you all next time.